In this lesson, I'm just going to get you seated at the piano properly so that you can play with ease. The first thing is, if you're not using a piano bench right now, I recommend that you get one. If it's not in your budget right now, if you're using a kitchen chair or something like that, just make sure that it's high enough that your elbows are just above the keys. It can be very slightly above, it doesn't have to be way up here, but just make sure your elbow is not dropped like this. I've seen a lot of people playing like this, and it just will not work out well for you in the end. So trust me, build that chair up somehow if you have a lever to raise it. Don't sit on a pillow because that will make your spine go like this, unsupported. You want that support for your spine. So if you do need to raise that chair up, use a phone book, encyclopedia, something that's firm and going to help support you properly. Okay, for those of you that do have a piano bench, this particular one does not go up and down, so thankfully it's the right height for me. I have another piano bench that you're able to adjust. If you're able to adjust it, just adjust it up to the height that I specified. If you're not, if it's too low for you, sit on a phone book or encyclopedia again. No cushions, no pillows, bad. So, next thing is the posture. When you're sitting at the piano, you do want a straight back, but you don't want to be tense. So many people think that playing the piano means you sit like this. That causes tension. Tension in your back, tension in your arms, and your hands as well. So what you want to do is, yes, sit tall, but then take a deep breath. And when you relax, your shoulders should be over your hips, and you should be able to just remain balanced like this. One thing that's going to help you stay balanced is your feet. If you're sitting with your feet back like this, your body weight goes forward into your piano, into your hands, tension in your hands. If you're sitting with your feet out too far, your back does slump back like this. And these are just not going to be proper positions for you. You're not going to be able to get the speed that you want, and many other things that we'll talk about later. Feet shoulder width apart, 90-degree angle, sitting tall but relaxed. All right, let's get into some other stuff. Here's the next part of your video for the introduction to the piano. In this video, I'm just going to show you the map of the piano, how to navigate what note is what. And if you're just looking at this like, I have no idea, I just see black keys, I see white keys, I want to focus your attention right now on the black keys. The black keys are in groups of 2s and 3s all the way up the piano. See, it's a pattern, 2, 3, 2, 3, all the way up. All I want you to do right now, just to get comfy with playing something on the piano, is take your hand, doesn't matter what fingers you're using at this point, I just want you to play the group of 2. We're going to start at the low end, see it's really low, thundery sound. This is the low end of the piano, and we're going to play it all the way up to the highest group of 2. Here we go. Good. Okay, you may have noticed that I switched hands in the middle. The reason I did that is because the low end of the piano is typically played with your left hand because that's the side of your body that your left hand is on, and the high end of the piano is played with your right hand. So when I get approximately in the middle, right about where I'm sitting, right where my belly button is, that's where you're going to switch hands. Hear how high that sound goes up. Woo! Way up there. So we're going to do that one more time from bottom to top, getting used to those groups of 2. Do this as many times as you need to until it just feels comfy for you. You don't need to do it the same speed as me. If you're a little slower, that's okay. Just feel comfy with it. Here we go. 2, 2, 2. Okay, good. Now we're going to do the same thing with your group of 3 black notes. Here it is. Again, it doesn't matter what fingers you're using, just get comfortable with moving from here to here and playing. Skip over that 2. We don't want to play that 2 this time. Only the groups of 3, all the way up to the top. Good. Let's do that one more time. Good. One way that I get my speed built up just a little bit, if that's something that you'd like to do, is while my hand is playing the one group of 3, my eyes are already on the next one, spotting that. So even though my hand is moving here, my eyes are now here, my eyes are here, my eyes are here, all the way up. Okay, now I want to direct your attention to something else. Those are the black notes, your groups of 2, groups of 3. That's all we're going to call them for a little while, okay? The white notes are where we're going to be spending most of our time, and the white notes are your ABCs of piano. You know how you have your ABCs when you're reading. You're learning to read. When you were a kid, you had to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z. In piano, we have our alphabet as well, but it's easier. It's only A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. That's 7 letters, guys. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. When you get to G, all you do is start right back over at A. It's a loop. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You get used to saying that for a minute. Say it with me. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Here we go. When you're looking at the piano, that group of 2 that's in the middle that I showed you, where you switch hands, that's about the middle of your piano. This white key to the left of it, notice group of 2, white key to the left. This is the most important note on your entire piano. Its name is C, okay? This is middle C, simply because it's in the middle of the piano. We actually have quite a few other C's on the piano. This is just the middle. Now, the way that we find all those other C's is we simply find that group of 2 again. Here's that white note C. Notice it looks the same. This one's just higher. This one's here, this one's here, same C, okay? Here's another C, here's another C. We can also do it down here. Here's that group of 2, C, C, and C. So if this is middle C, this is just called higher C, high C, and your low C's are down here. That's all there is to it. Okay, so what I'd like you to practice doing now is playing the C's all the way up. So starting at the very bottom C on the piano, I want you to just pick a finger and we're going to play all the C's all the way up. When you get to middle C, that's your cue to switch hands and we'll continue right through to the top, high C. Okay? Now remember that little trick that I showed you with your eyes. Even though I'm playing here, make your eyes go here. That way, you can build a little more speed. Okay? Doesn't matter if you play this with this one, that's just your switching hand. Good. Now, the ABCs of piano. Why did I start on C? That's just the way it is, guys. But I'm going to show you where the rest of them are. If this is middle C, what's after C in the alphabet? A, B, C, D. So then the next key is just D. You read it left to right, just like you would when you're reading words in a book. So here's C, this is D, E, F, and G. Remember, there's no H in music, does not exist. C, D, E, F, G, back over to A. Remember, it's that loop, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So here we go. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Notice, I ended on that C that you recognize now from that group of 2. Let's do that one more time. I want you to play this with me this time. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Say the names out loud. When you're saying it and you're playing it at the same time, you're seeing it, you're hearing it, you're using more senses, okay? And you're going to learn it a lot more quickly. So please make sure that you say it out loud at the same time. That's just going to help you expedite your learning process. So that's the first lesson. I want you to just practice this until it's easy. Practice finding all the C's. Make sure that make sure that the C's are easy for you to spot, okay? Here's a C, 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 C. If I asked you to find the highest C on here, just boom. Lowest C, boom. Make sure it's easy and then click the next lesson. I'll see you there.